awesome lit viewers. I'm kind of cracking up looking at myself in this camera because this right now live video will probably air in August when it's like 97 degrees and you're all gonna break out into a sweat because of my winter coat and scarf and hat. Anyway, so I'm having this thought that I want to share with you, and I haven't really thought it all the way out, so bear with me because just, my wheels are just turning. So it's a thought about healing. We all, especially people in the church, like we think about praying for healing, and of course there's everything across the spectrum of like, God doesn't do that anymore, to he's gonna heal every single time, and then we're kind of sitting here going, yeah, but I don't see that. And so then we start thinking, do we not have enough faith? Did the person that we're praying for not have enough faith? Like, I've just been round and round this for the last few years, and every time I get a common cold, which is not very often, by the way, because of, I think, an infusion of faith, but I just get really defeated, like, I can't, have enough faith to keep myself from getting a common cold. I don't know. Anyway, all I'm saying is I don't have it all figured out, but I had a little bit of self-revelation, so this is kind of like a confession too, which is, the closer you get to God, the closer you get real with Jesus, and you're spending time with Him, and you're seeking Him, and you're seeking His wisdom, and every single time something comes up in your life, you're turning it over and over and over and wanting to know what's His will for every decision. What ends up happening is a whole lot of, one of the things that ends up happening, lots of things ends up happening with that. Just opened up a big can of worms. But the thing that I want to talk about happening is that I find I do a lot of self-evaluation. What ends up happening is I have to get real with myself about a whole lot of stuff, because when I'm asking the Lord to shine the light on things, the very first thing He does is shines the light on my wrong thinking. Okay, track with me here. So here is something that I discovered over the last couple of years as I have been thinking through this whole healing thing, and why am I getting sick, and why do I have a headache, and oh, me of little faith, and all this stuff. I have to say that one thing that God revealed to me is that sometimes I want to be sick. Ouch. Like, I'm thinking about it, like, there have been mornings that I went to bed thinking, oh, I feel something coming on, my throat's a little scratchy, I might be a little hot, And then I wake up in the morning, and if I'm really honest with myself, I'm kind of hoping to be a little under the weather. And I get disappointed when I wake up and I feel fine. And here's why. Because I need a break. I want a day off work. I need a mental health day. I need rest. I need to just get out of the rat race for a second. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is that all about? Like, I would rather have a fever or have a cold or have a runny nose just to get a break. But do you see, like, when I think like that, I'm in agreement with the enemy. Like, I want sickness so that I can have a break. So here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm learning about that. And I'm going to say one spiritual thing and one practical thing. The practical thing is we cannot be in agreement with the enemy. We cannot be in agreement with the enemy. Period. We have to recognize the wrong thinking wherever it lies, and we have to say, no, I'm not going to be in agreement with that. I'm going to be in agreement with the Word of God and what He says about my health and my healing and my wholeness, and I'm going to inflate my faith with the fact that Jesus healed everybody. Not once, ever, did Jesus put sickness on anybody to teach them a lesson or to help them grow or whatever. And I don't know what you want to do with that theology, but all I'm saying is that's what I read in the New Testament. Jesus healed everybody that approached Him for healing. So I'm going to meditate on that, and I'm going to do my best to get this healing thing figured out, and I'm going to keep praying for people no matter what I see with my physical eyes, because I just know it's the heart of God for us to be whole and to be healthy. And here's a little practical tip, a little bonus, because I'm a boss of about 20 people. And here's what I'm really trying to encourage my people to do, and it's such a hard concept, is schedule your time off. And do not be ashamed of it. I do this, and so many people I know do this. And what we do is we maybe schedule a vacation, but all the rest of the days that we're allowed to have a break, vacation days, sick days, whatever, we wait for until we're sick. And then we're like, we want to be sick because we want the time off and we need a break. And I really would challenge you from a practical standpoint, depending on how much time off you have from work or whatever your life looks like, even if you're a stay-at-home mom with littles, you need a break too. Schedule a break. Okay, so take the time off that you have, or make time off ahead of time. Like at least once every quarter, you need a day or two to yourself to do whatever you want and not work and not kiddos or whatever. You need to do that. And if you do that, two things will happen. Number one, you will find that you look forward to it. So you have like that out there in front of you to look forward to and keep you going. And number two, you won't be hoping for sickness so that you can have a break, which is kind of crazy. So there you go. That's what I'm tossing around in my mind today. And I hope that you have an awesome day and that you are not sick and that you take a day off just for you and spend some time with Jesus. All right. God bless everybody.